I stood on the porch, the dark, always damn closed front door feeling like a boundary separating two different worlds. On one side was everything I knew, the inspections, the silence, the taste of cold food. On the other side were the fading taillights of Judy's mom's car, like a warm, distant star. The evening air carried the smell of a neighbor's barbecue, the same scent of normalcy I had just experienced at Judy's table. I took a deep breath and opened the door. The interrogation I was expecting hit me immediately, before I could even take my shoes off. What did they eat? My mother's voice came from the dining room, flat and cold. Tacos, I answered, trying to sound normal. What kind of shells? My father asked, always looking for a foothold for criticism in the details. I paused, Judy's mom's gentle voice echoing in my ear. Your assignment is to tell us if you prefer hard or soft shells. They had both, I said. Wasteful, my mother pronounced. A temptation toward gluttony. How much did you eat? I hadn't counted. At Judy's, I didn't need to count. My stomach was full, even warm, but under their scrutiny, that feeling felt like a sin. Enough? I said vaguely. What scripture did you recite? My father pressed from a different angle. Did they lead a prayer before the meal? Was it doctrinally sound or heretical? They didn't. There was no scripture. I felt my nails digging into my palms. Everyone shared one good thing and one hard thing about their day. A suffocating silence fell. My mother set her water glass down, the sound like a thunderclap in the overly quiet room. So, you participated in a secular, self-centered complaining session? Her gaze was sharp as a blade. What did you say? Did you defend our family's values? Explain the discipline and grace you earned through your work? I had told them about scrubbing the bathroom floor, about arranging the dishes perfectly. In the face of Judy's family's brief, complicated silence, I had only felt shame for my automatic confession, for parading my normal into their warm, healthy lives. But now facing my parents, that shame twisted into something else. A sharp, clear understanding. I realized that what I took pride in, my perfect execution, was outside these walls, something abnormal and heartbreaking. I stated the facts, I finally replied. The interrogation lasted almost an hour. Every detail was dissected and judged. Judy's dad's sweatpants disrespectful, her brother sliding in the kitchen, undisciplined, their talk about everyday things unspiritual. I stood in the center of the living room, listening to their judgments like I had countless times before. But something was different. My stomach wasn't empty, it was full of real, warm food. My ears weren't filled, only with their single narrative. They echoed with Judy's laughter, her mom's gentle please eat, her dad's respectful. I never thought of it that way. That tiny foreign warmth of normal life was like a pebble dropped into a frozen lake, small, but it sent cracks radiating across the entire icy surface. From that day on, I learned to stall, using group projects, the better resources at the library, the need for a quiet place to work on college applications as excuses. I came home as late as possible. The school counselor, a middle-aged woman who always seemed to think I was too tense, gave me a few notes recommending extended after-dance school study time. Surprisingly, my parents accepted them. Maybe they saw it as another achievement to boast about, or maybe, as I suspected, they were genuinely happy to save on one meal a day. My destination was most often Judy's house. Every time I rang the doorbell, I was met with chaotic, vibrant life. A game might be on TV, her brother might be chasing the dog, and the smells from the kitchen were never the same twice there. I learned to relax my tight shoulders, to crack a joke in conversation, to answer, what would you like to drink? Not with anything is fine, but with apple juice please. I even celebrated my first birthday there with a cake, friends, and an off-damn-key happy birthday. My 18th, Judy and her parents gave me a book, a record, and a soft wool scarf. The gifts weren't expensive, but they came with no strings attached. They simply meant, we care about you. That night, holding those gifts in my own cold, silent room, I cried for a long time. It wasn't sadness. It was the overwhelming, almost unbearable feeling of being truly valued. I knew I